Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, September 18. I'm enjoying making the one sheet wonder 12 by 12 projects, and I've made another one here to show you. I've also made a kit that I'm going to put in my Etsy store. If you wanted to purchase one of these, you can also do that, and I'll show you what's included in the kit at the end of the tutorial, just so you could see what comes with the pack. So this is another lovely size folio style folder that you can make, and it would fit a slim style journal in here, and you can also add some of your paper craft supplies in one of the tuck pockets where you can use that as a space where you can add all your extra ephemera pieces that you want to add into your journal. There's also a couple of little tuck pockets as well where you can add some tags, an envelope, or whatever you like. It's just a great size, and it also comes with a coordinating bonus little extra that you could make to coordinate with the folder. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ways you could use the extra pieces of papers that we cut out from the folio. And this is one of the ideas. It's just a little pocket with a little closure on the top, and I did use some twine to wrap around the closure just to keep it closed. I'll just show you how it looks like. So there are a couple of different fun ways you could use these little extra pieces. So this has a top closure, and then there is a little pocket there for your little extra smaller pieces that you may want to add. And I've just got one of these paper folded embellishments that I made a while back. I've lost the little tag that came in the little envelope, but I just found this on my desk, and I thought, let's see if that would fit in there. And it just a little way to just show you what the pocket looks like. And this will fit in any of the pockets of the folio, and it's just a cute little idea for you. Let me show you how the folio looks like, and it's a nice, I think it's a nice, good size, and you can have a lot of fun decorating the folder. And you can use a single-sided or double-sided paper to make this as well. So over here is a little front tuck pocket, which just goes there, and I've just added a couple of little tags that would fit in here. So that's that part. And then there is another pocket here at the back, and I've just used like a cut apart from a 12 by 12 paper pad, and that can just fit in there at the back. If you wanted to just add a couple of journal note cards, you could do that. And there's a lot of height here, so you can have long tags. You could even add one of the little pockets that I made that can go in there as well. So that's another great little spot for that. And it opens up this way to a long side pocket, and I've got one of the double file tab sort of folders that I made a while back, and it uses a 6x6 paper. And I've just added a little paper clip with some seam binding just to decorate the folder a little bit, and just nice to have that peeking out through the top here. And then over here is some more crochet string that I used to create the closure for the part where you can add your journal or mini album, just to stop it from slipping out of the folder. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to add any closure. You can leave that part out. So that's the closure up here. And then here is the a larger side pocket, and I just placed one of my previous flip album booklet. I don't remember what I called it, but I just placed that in there just to show you that it can fit one of these nice larger size sort of mini albums or flip book. So it's a pocket up here and a pocket on the side, and I used some vellum here just to add some decoration and a bit of texture to the folder, and just to create a little extra flip page. And then there is a side pocket. So this was just and then I decorated the side here and punched a couple of holes and added some fabric, and that was lovely enough to fit in here. Got this dangle here, so you can fit that in there, but you can really fit any. I'm going to go that way just so you can see. So you can see it's got a a large enough space to add a bigger size journal or your weekly planner or your monthly planners, a diary, large recipe cards. So it's got a nice large opening. And if you want to go even further, you can add another piece of paper to the back and glue 3 sides down and create a thumb notch to that piece, and then you've got another side pocket here at the back. You could add an envelope here to add some more place to store some more of your pieces. You can glue down the 3 sides of your envelope, and then you have another back pocket behind your envelope as well. So you can make it as interactive as you like with this folder. So it's a great base to use, and then add all your other extra flip pages to it. You could use this as a base for a journal cover as well, because you've got this fold here where you can add some pages and fold your pages and then line it up with the fold here, and then you can sew it, stitch it, staple it, and then you've got some pages inside the folio if you wanted to use that as extra space for writing. So this is a great base for whatever you like to use this for. So I'm just going to show you how easily it is you can make one of these, and I'll show you the kit that I'll have in my store. I'm just going to put these to the side. And if you're using single-sided 12 by 12 paper, this will be the piece that's going to be showing, that's going to be the white part of the back of your paper. And so this part here will also be the white part. So this part is fine. You're not really going to see most of this because you'll have all your pieces in here to cover that part. But if this part here is something you don't like seeing and it's too white, you can embellish it. You could also add another piece of paper and glue it to the front of it to cover the white part. But it's also fine, I think, even if you don't add anything to it, because you're going to cover that part with some tags and ephemera pieces anyway, so you see you won't see most of the white part. So I'm going to grab my 12 by 12 paper, and I'm just going to see if I can get it all in the frame. So I've got the print facing down, and this will be the inside part, and we're going to score, and we're going to start scoring at 1 3/4 and score it all the way to the bottom. It's 1 3/4, 5.5 inches, 11 inches. So it was 1 3/4 inches, 5.5 inches, 11 inches, and we're going to turn this around, and then we're going to score at 2 inches all the way to the bottom again, and 9 3/4 inches all the way down. 2 inches and 9 3/4 inches. And we've done with all the scoring. Now we're going to start cutting out a few pieces of the paper. So we'll start first with this part. So we're going to cut all along past that first score line until we get to there. So we're going to remove these 2 pieces. So let me just find my score line. I'm just going to go, I can't see where I'm at here. Okay, yeah. And all the little pieces that we're going to cut out of the paper, we're going to put them all to the side because we're not going to waste any of the papers. We're going to use most of it as we can. So that's one piece. We can put that to the side. We're going to come over here and we're going to remove this little corner piece there, and also this little corner piece here. So I'll start with this one and I'll remove that one. And then I'll go right ahead to the bottom and do the same. Remove this piece down here. We've got the bottom part here. Now we're going to cut this piece right up to that score line, just straight up. And we're just going to angle cut this just a little bit, going in to that same score line, just a little angle, not too much, just a little piece like that. And come over here, and then we're going to cut this piece out. We're going to remove this piece. And now we're coming to this bottom piece here. We are going to angle cut this piece from this corner up to that corner. So we're just going to cut as straight as you can from here all the way up to that part there. You can use your paper trimmer if that makes it easy. I'm going to do my best to cut this as straight as I can. You can always use a pencil as a guide. Now we have that, and that piece, we'll keep that also to the side. So that is how your layout should look. I'm just going to come over here now to this piece down here. I'm going to angle cut this little piece just a little bit, going down to there, just a tiny bit, just makes it easier to fold the paper later on, so that piece can get thrown out. So we've got that now. What we'll do next, I'm going to grab my corner rounder punch, and I'm going to corner round this corner, this one, that one, and the one down the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. This will just make it look neat. And then I'll corner around this one here at the bottom. Now for this one, I'm just going to fold this piece over just to make it easier for me to do that corner punch. Like that, and open that back up. What we can do now is we're going to take this piece and we'll fold this towards you along that fold line. So let's just fold this side for now. Just going to use the bone folder to give it a nice good fold down. And then I'm going to bring this piece up as well to the front, and that will give me that pocket that we need to add your journal or whatever you like to add in here. You can also use this as a photo storage folder to keep all your photos in here as well, so there's heaps of room there. And I'm just going to fold this down for now. We're not going to glue anything down for now. We'll keep this part and leave that. We're going to come over to this side, and then we're going to grab this piece and we're going to fold this over along that fold line as well. And with this side, you can also decide if you would like to corner around these two corners. You can do that, and then you can also punch a thumb notch here on this side, like I have here. So you can make that decision now before we glue it down. I'm not going to corner around the corners, but I'm going to add the thumb notch, and I'm just going to be a little bit different. Instead of going in the middle, I'm going to go on the top. You can also go down here, place it wherever you like. I'm just going to change it up and place it up off center for this one. And now I'm going to glue this side down, and that will give me the side pocket. And that will finish this part. So let's just add a little bit of glue up the top and down here. Just glue that down. So we've got that part all finished. Let's fold this over to the front now. We can close up the front part, so we're just going to fold it along that fold line. Just bring it over, and that will now give us the cover for the folio. Okay, and now we've got this piece here that's at the bottom. We're going to bring this up to the front, and that's going to give us that front little angle pocket. Just going to fold that down. We're going to grab that little extra triangle, or not triangle piece, but that piece that we cut that was part of that. I'm going to flip it over, and that's the printed part. That's going to go in the front like that, and that will give us that pocket at the back and the side pocket. So let's glue all of that down. We'll finish this part off. So I'm just going to flip that back down and glue this side. And glue that to the top. And then this piece is going to go here, and I'm also going to add a little bit of glue just along here up to there. So when I place this piece down, it'll just close up that little part there, so I've got that pocket there. So I'm just gonna, just a little bit of glue, not all the way to the top, just roughly where I think it's going to finish off. I'll glue these two sides down. Or I'll add glue to these two sides. And now I'll place this on the top, line it all up, and then this part should glue this part down. Just a little tuck pocket. If you don't want to use that, you can glue it all down. If you don't need to, if you don't want to use that part, I just like to add little extra pockets. Just makes it cute and just fun to have those little extra pieces there. So we've completed the front. So that should be all done there. Just grab this little tag. So we'll have that little pocket there. Now once that's all glued in place here, and you've got your pocket there, when you open that up, you're going to have this piece, and that will work along this side. So the reason why I didn't glue this down as yet, you can, if you want to use some eyelets, you can start punching your holes and add your eyelets to the top and then to the one on the bottom here. And then you've got your closure ready to go there. So it's just get your holes ready first before we glue this pocket down. Otherwise, it's hard to get into there. And you can just make that decision with that as well. Punch your holes first if you wanted to do that. But we're going to add these little extra tabs by using those little extra pieces that we cut out. And I just think that's makes it look more decorative, and we're not wasting any of the paper. So what we're going to do first, we're going to grab so we have 4 pieces here. The 2 pieces that are sort of a little bit smaller than these two, they're the 2 pieces we're going to use. And I'm just going to line them up because one is a little bit longer than the other one. And I'm just going to get them both the same. And then I'll fold them in half over. Long ways, or you can go the other way. You can decide which way you like to fold yours. I'm just going to do a little bit of a corner round to the corners. Just makes it look nice and just neatens that up. And it's pretty straightforward with this part, which is that glue. Find your middle and then just press it down together and just let it overhang a little bit. And it also, because it's folded over, it's got a good amount of thickness, so when you punch a hole, it won't tear through the holes when you want to add your string or trim. Okay, I'm just going to, hopefully that's lined up as best I can. I don't measure it, I just eyeball my centers and hope that it lines up. So I'm quite happy with that. And I'll just go and grab my hole punch. Memory Keeper's hole punch. And then I'm just going to do that in the middle, and just going to make a mark, just sort of again eyeballing where I think the middle will be. I'm just going to put a little dot there just so I could have a guide. So now the holes are punched out, and that'll be ready for me to add my string for closure. I can now add some glue along the bottom here and close up the pocket. And you don't even, if you don't want to, you don't have to glue this down. You can leave this as like a full opening, and then because you've got this as your closure, so you can also just have that and have that opened up without gluing any of this side down. So that's another way you could do this part. But I'll close this part down. And there we have all of this part all complete. And there is your folio folder for your journals, daily journal, monthly journal, photos, recipe cards. So there's your tug pocket. These are your side pockets, and then you've got your large pocket insert here. Now that part's done. We're going to grab the little extra pieces of the other two pieces, and I'm going to show a couple of fun little extra ideas that you could do with these little pieces. With this one here, there is already a score line here. You can just fold this up and you have yourself a pocket already. You can corner around these corners, create a little thumb notch here, and then all you need to do is just glue down these two sides, and you have a slim library style pocket, and that's pretty much all with that. Then you have this extra piece. You can use this as a little coordinating tag to go inside the library pocket, and you just need to trim down the sides a little bit so that it'll fit in here. And then angle cut your tops, and then you've got yourself a coordinating tag, mini slim library pocket to coordinate with your folder. So you can do that. You could have it this way and have it on the side and have a side pocket that way. You could keep this closed and keep that thumb notch there, and this part you can bring this over and create a little mini envelope, and you're just going to fold it down. I would probably fold it about up to about that much over from the edge, just to allow a bit of room, and you just fold that down, and then you've got yourself, and press that down, and then you've got yourself a cute little teeny envelope, and then you corner around those corners, and there's your little envelope. Or you can make it so that it would be enough to fit your tag inside, and then just so you can put your tag in here just to see how far in you need, and then you just fold this over enough that it will close the tag inside. How cute would that be? Really cute. But I'm going to make it this way so there's extra height for longer pieces of your ephemera pieces, or your little word sentiments, or whatever you like. So I'm just going to do this one. So what I'll do first, I'm going to create a little thumb notch here. Oops, I'm going to glue these two sides down. So I've got the pocket. And then I've got this extra little piece. Because it's a little bit longer, I'm just going to cut that out so it's the same width as the base. So it's only a little piece that we don't need. And that's going to come in the front to create the closure. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to do a slight fold on one end. Just a tiny little fold, not too much. Just enough so I could glue it down to the back. So that's going to get glued to the back like that. And then I'll be able to close it down. Corner around these. I'm just going to add some glue now to the part we made that fold. And I'm just going to place that on the top and just below the fold, not right up on the fold, because I want to be able to open and close the flap. So now that's glued to the back. there we have one of these long slim library pockets with a closure, and then that coordinates with the folio folder. So that's just another great folio folder to make using a 12x12 paper. Great size. And now I'm just going to quickly show you the kit I'm going to have in my Etsy store if you want to stick around for that. And I'll just show you what I've put together. I've got two paper prints that will be in my shop, so it will be either this one or this one, so it will be a random one that you will receive. So whatever when you place your order, it will be either this pattern or this one, and you'll get a slim envelope inside as well, which I've made, and this envelope will fit nicely in the front pocket as well, like that. It can also fit in here. It can also fit in there. So you do get, I've made a little envelope. You also get a double tab note card folio style a folder, which you could use this as a cover for your notebook if you want to make your own little note booklet, and just add your copying paper and folding it in half and just making it to fit inside, and then you can staple it in here, and you've got yourself a little note booklet, and then you've got somewhere to write what the book is or date it, and that will also fit in there. I've also included a little tag with some crochet string, and I've just punched out a heart to add that, and you can use that as well for your embellishing. And the string is for your closures, and your tag can fit in there or you can use it for whatever you like to use that for. I've also included a vellum piece, just a vellum piece of sheet that you could play around with that with whatever you wanted to use that for. You can place it in here as well, fold that in half, and then staple it in here, just so you've got a little extra page. So that's just something for you to play around with your crafting projects. And with the folder, I didn't glue this part down. I've left that open, so you can decide what you would like to do with this part in case you want to add your own eyelets to the top and bottom, or you wanted to add more another pocket, because you can use this if you like, and you can cut it down to the width, and you can actually create another pocket in here. You can see that you can add another pocket in here, so you have a front pocket, and then you can still add your journal or whatever you like in the back here, because it will still be the same size, but you get that extra pocket here. So you just cut this little piece out that's hanging out, and then all you do is just glue along the side here and close that up so you don't see any of the glue on the vellum piece, and then you're going to glue along here and bring that up, so then you have yourself your openings are on this side, so that will get glued to the back here, and then this part will get glued to that part, and then you've got a pocket there. So another fun little piece. You can even add that onto this side if you like. Let's just say, so with this part, before you glue this part down, add this to the back of this part here before you glue it down, so that it lines up with the bottom here, and then you will glue it all down. And you just cut this out a little bit, about that much, and you could also have another pocket here and another pocket there. So this is just a fun little extra piece. You can play around with that, and then you may have a little bit extra. You could do the same and add it to this one. And then what you do is you will, before you glue this part down, add this little extra piece first to the back, and then flip this to the front, which I wish I could show you what I mean. Let me see if I've got another piece here to show you. Okay, so let me just show you with this piece, just so you have an idea, because there's so much you can do. I'm just going to cut this out quickly. So let's just say that was the same as this one. Okay, you're going to fold that first, and then when you have your extra little piece, if you wanted to, let's just say this is the vellum piece. Let's say this is a vellum piece. You're going to place that vellum piece inside, depending how high you want your back pocket, and then you're going to just glue this part and this part to the vellum, flip that down, glue along there and along there, which this will be your vellum piece, and bring that up, and then you'll have a double pocket. So it's another little extra way to play around with this little piece. And so get that, and then you also get the little extra pieces that gets cut out from the 12 by 12 paper. So these are the two little extra pieces that we use for the tabs. And then this is the piece that's got the score line to create the slim library pocket with the closure, and this is the closure part. Or you could use it as, like I said, as a tag, make this into a library pocket. Have fun playing around with this piece. If you don't want to use the piece that comes with the coordinating folder, you can just cut your own sample pieces with your papers, and this will be your guide, and then use them as your practice pieces until you decide what you would like to do with these pieces to coordinate with your folder. So you just use your papers first and play around with them, and then or you can make a few with your own pieces of papers. And I also included a little paper clip with some seam binding, so you can add that to dress up your folio. So these are just the little extra pieces, and I'll have this listed in my Etsy store hopefully tomorrow. I've just got to take a couple of photos and then add the listing, and I'll have 6 of these available with either these 2 pattern prints that will be listed. So I hope this was a fun 12 by 12 paper tutorial. I had fun making these. I love this size. I do like the larger size folios because you can add it's a good size for any size, larger size books, whatever you like. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial with my Etsy update with my kit, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.